Alright, this here is my Erika 8, and this is how I got it. This is one of the first typewriters I ever bought. Got pretty lucky to find an Erika with a QWERTY keyboard. Has this handle, it's kind of makeshift, but does the job. And it's got this sticker here on the side. I don't know if kind of looks like a stamp, but it's in Spanish, I think, or Brazilian or something. I'm pretty sure it's Spanish because this does have some Spanish keys on it. But yeah, this is probably my favorite typewriter. And when I first got it, it's in fantastic condition. It's unbelievable. The drawband was snapped, so I had to fix that, which was actually pretty easy. Everything is really accessible on these. Like the spring is just like right. It's like right underneath it. It's really not hard to get to at all. And I mean, those things are never easy to do by yourself. But if there's any that are, I mean, this is definitely one of the easier ones I've done. Let's see, that's it right there. And then you know, it was easier. It was easier than most, and then that was pretty much it. I guess with the exception of the vibrator mechanism is still not 100%. I have to keep it on the red setting, and it was initially it just stayed in the up position. I couldn't see what I was writing, so I finally tinkered with it one day and got it to where it's like 90% good. Every now and then it'll stay up, and you just have to. I find the period key tends to drop it back down, but it's got this Alhambra typewriter shop, and I've come across another one or two more typewriters, for sure one, I think two, maybe even three, in this LA area that had this little thing, and I'm very tempted to get him because this guy types like a dream. It's man, it's so nice. The key action is I've tried, not every typewriter, but probably, oh man, maybe like between 30 and 40, maybe closer to 50. But I've tried tons of brands, and this is I don't want to say it's better, but it's definitely, me personally, I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this one. Especially, like I said, with the QWERTY keyboard here. And all these keys are just immaculate. It's got the dollar and the pound sign over here on one key, and here are these Spanish keys I was talking about. Little tilde ñ or whatever, and some dead keys right here and up here. But yeah, this thing is like, it's so snug. The ribbon cover, it comes off really easy, but it's such a snug, tight fit. It's really perfect. And these are the original. I think these are the original. They're metal. They're the DIN 2103 spools. And yeah, I don't know why. I really like this typewriter. I put a new platen on it after a few months. It's the only one I've done. That's the only typewriter I've put a new platen on, and then I got a silk ribbon for it from one of those like one-man shops. I think it was this woman in Texas, and it was like a 16-yard silk ribbon. I had to re-spool it onto these, and I took this off initially because I just didn't really like it. I don't know. It kind of sticks far back, whereas on other machines it's kind of upright. I kind of prefer them like that, so I can, I don't know, just in case I push it back against, the wall or something. But I did reattach it just because it does keep the paper up. Otherwise, the papers, you can hear it dragging on the ground when you're, or on the desk when you're returning the carriage. But I'll give you guys a type sample real quick, and I wish, you know, I wish there were more videos of these machines out there because they're so nice. And but anyways, I have always wanted to try the Erika M. I was actually scouring the web for an M, and this one just happened to pop up. It was like a block away from my house. I actually knew the guy who was selling it. Never knew he was into typewriters at all. He was just kind of a buyer and seller. We actually worked for the same company. We both managed apartment buildings, and so I don't know if he cut me a deal, but I was happy to get it nonetheless. And because, you know, these don't pop up very often, certainly not locally, and when they do, they're not always in great condition. And this one, to say that this one is in good condition is the understatement of a lifetime, because it's really great. Surprisingly, when I replaced the platen, it actually didn't get that much quieter, and I was kind of bummed out. I really thought it was going to be almost silent, but I couldn't really tell much of a difference at all. But whatever, you know, I did it. Certainly good for the slugs, that's for sure. But give you guys a quick type sample. I don't know if there's, I think there are other companies that have this, but I'm not sure which ones they are. But, you know, one of the unique things about this machine is it's got these springs that pull the keys back. Let me try to get the camera in here real quick. See that spring? See that? It snaps it back. So these things actually are pretty fast. Oddly enough, I don't go that fast on this one. I don't know, but I know some guys can really fly on these. I don't know if that's part of what makes the action so great. I'm sure it has something to do with it, but yeah, this is really good. The carriage return, of course, is super smooth, and like I said, other than the vibrator issue, I don't know if you guys can see that very well. This is the, obviously I have an all black ribbon because I don't ever type in red, like pretty much ever. But you can see this going up. That's the bell. And I'll set it on black, and you can see that's also kind of a cool place to have a ribbon selector. I don't want to get too much ink on my fingers, but you can see, let me see if I can zoom in. You can see the red, white, and then blue. Anywho, this is on black, and you'll see it doesn't even go up at all. It's literally just the ink left over on the slug. So I'm not really sure. I think it's missing a spring down there, and I'm not gonna pay some repair shop $300 to fix that, or, you know, whatever they charge. But I'll give you guys more of a standard type sample here with the, you know, brown foxes and whatnot. Oh, the caps lock, that's the other thing that doesn't really work. This thing just, I don't know if I need to clean it with mineral spirits or what, but it'll like, it doesn't really lock in. I'm not sure how that mechanism was designed. See how it dropped back down? So this is the backspace key. But yeah, sometimes I have to, I don't know, that's kind of, I don't know why, I just don't want to let this one go, even with that issue. It might be a relatively easy fix. See how I got stuck right there? And just hit a period usually, and that'll take it down. But yeah, tab functions over here, and it doesn't have a tab. You can set tabs by pressing this little O on this key, but this one, the upper part is just, that's the margin release, and then over here there's like a clear all. Or it might be on the other side. Yeah, it's on. I think it's right here. And there's a clear all tabs. You just pull on this. I don't want to do it because I've got them set where I need them right now. But so that was one of the things I liked about the M, was that it had the tab set, tab clear, and then the margin set, margin clear. And I'm sure eventually I'll come across one. But you know, QWERTY, I can do with quartz keyboards. This Y and the Z swapping, it's not a huge deal for me, but I do prefer, obviously, the QWERTY. You kind of have to get into a rhythm with the other one. I'm sure I could make do, but yeah. And so that is that's the type sample, and it's got a good clean imprint. These German machines, they all do, you know, and you can see this second line right here, that's where I switched to the black setting, and you know, there was no ink, the ribbon doesn't go up at all. But overall, this is a awesome typewriter, and you know, for the longest time I figured if I had to narrow it down to just one, it would be this one, because it's just so clean. The, you know, right here, these decals on the front look really good, and I have an issue with this light again. You can see they're clear right here, they're clear up here, and just the whole machine, even on the back, you know, even this Erika made in Germany. I mean, I think this thing was babied, you know, by its previous owner. I bought it from a shop going out of business, so I mean, it wasn't this shop, it wasn't the Alhambra shop, it was a different one. But yeah, this is, I think it's a 1952, but if you guys haven't had an Erika, I can highly recommend the Erika 8, and I'm sure the others are just as good, if not better. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave comments or send me an email or whatever.